I'm living for this look. Hello, I'm Shanti Fierce. Welcome back to my channel where I make beginner and budget-friendly makeup tutorials. Today I'm going to be showing you how I created the glam that I was wearing in my top 10 ways to save money on makeup video. If you didn't see that video, I'll make sure to include a link right here for you guys so you can check it out afterwards. Now without further ado, let's get started. First thing I did was I primed my face with the Maybelline Master Prime. Oh, I definitely put too much on this time. And once I've primed, I'll use my damp beauty blender to apply my Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Full Coverage Foundation.
Hey guys, Shanti Fierce here. Just to explain quickly what I'm doing, I'm just taking my beauty blender and I'm lightly tapping it to spread the liquid around my face.
Next, I'll be contouring my face with the cream contour in my Tarteist Pro Glow palette. You know, it's so easy to fall into a trap of buying so much makeup. I know I've come dangerously close myself to way overspending and on products that you hardly ever use. You know, for someone like me who uses my makeup for my channel, I go through it a lot. I have a lot of makeup, but I use it all. But for someone who doesn't do something like this or doesn't wear makeup often, those tips are so handy for trying out a range of different products without spending all your money on makeup.
For my contour, I like to follow the edge of my hairline to make sure that the shadows fall naturally on my face.
Now, moving on to my concealer, I'll be using the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. Don't know if you guys notice, but I tend to use a lot of the same products. Some of them are my holy grail products. Like, I will probably always have the Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation as long as they are producing it.
For my concealer, I pull it in a tapping motion and I take it to the areas of my face that just need to be lightened up a little bit.
And setting my concealer with the Ciate Coconut Setting Powder. And while that sets, I'll just do my eyebrows. And for my eyebrows, as always, I'll be using the Fairy Tale Storybook Cosmetics Robin Hood palette, using Nottingham and Forest. And I'll start with Forest. Brush that out, and then apply Nottingham. Now for the main event, the eyes. So first I primed using the e.l.f. eyeshadow eye primer and pat that out with my fingers. So the palette I'll be using for my eyeshadow today will be the Dose of Color, and I'm pretty much going to be using every color in this palette except for this one today. And I'll pretty much be using every color from this palette. I'm going to be using this color here as my transition shade.
Now what I'm doing with the transition shade is I'm moving it in circles and then sweeping it across my crease to create a base for all my eyeshadows, and this will just make it so much easier to blend other shadows on top of that transition color.
The next color I'll use will be this pewter gold color right here, and I'm going to apply that on top of my transition shade.
Now, same thing with this second color. I'm moving it in circular motions across my crease, and I'm trying to blend it out as much as possible. Now, this color is a little bit darker, so I'm going to focus on getting an even layer across my crease before I start to go in and trying to blend it upwards. And once I have a good amount on, then I'm going to switch to a clean blending brush just to blend out those edges and smooth out any imperfections that I have on my crease.
Next, I'm going to be applying this creamy, sparkly, and I'm going to sweep that all across my lid.
With that creamy colored eyeshadow, I'm just sweeping it across my lid, trying to make sure that I'm getting an even layer across the whole lid space.
Now I'm going to take that gorgeous sparkly turquoise color, and I'm going to apply it all along my lower lash.
I really have to apologize for the angle of my face in this clip here, guys. I tried my best to make sure that you could see, but I still haven't quite worked out my mirror placement while I'm filming. So it's, as you can see, it's down below right now. But basically, I'm just taking that turquoise color and sweeping it across my lower lash line to set where that color is going to be.
Once I have it blended down enough, I'll go in afterwards and stamp color into place to make sure that I have enough pigmentation. Then I'm going to go in with a thin brush and create an eyeliner with the sparkly black shade in the corner here.
Now to create a liner with eyeshadow, I follow the same steps that I would with a gel liner. It's just eyeshadow instead, so there is a bit more fallout from it.
And then just taking a little bit on my lower lash line. And finally just going in with NYX Glitter Goals. This is the polished pinup. And putting just a little bit in my corner before I pat it out with my finger. So now I'm just going to catch up my other eye before we move into the next step. And now I'm going to apply my mascara. And I will be using the L'Oreal Voluminous Milion Lashes today. Now, what you didn't see is that before I came back on camera to do my mascara was I set the lash glue on my false lashes, and it's been about 10 minutes now, so I'll be good to put them on my lids as soon as my mascara is dry as well. Now my mascara is set, I'm going to put on my lashes, and I am using the Morphe Premium Lashes, and the name is Obsession, which is very accurate because I'm obsessed with these lashes. Now for my bronzer, I'm going back into the Tarteist Pro Glow palette, and I'll be using the bronzer shade Fire. This guy right here. You know, the joke I made earlier is so accurate. I am obsessed with these false lashes. They look so good and so dramatic. When quarantine's over and we're allowed to start going out places and having large crowds like concerts and raves and things like that, I am 100% going to be using the heck out of my lashes. For my blush, I'm going to be dipping into my Morphe 25D palette. I'm going to use this shade right here, which is called Derrick.
So to apply my bronzer, I'm using a rounded blush brush, and I just started a line from the center of my cheek or the apple and blended it outwards to all the spaces that I wanted the blush to go.
The highlighter I'll be using is from the Tarteist Pro Glow palette, and it will be this highlighter right here called Strobe.
I can't say it enough. I am obsessed with how this look pulled together so well. For my highlighter, my application process is really just looking for those spaces that the light catches my face naturally and adding the highlighter to augment those spaces.
Next, I will apply the Moisture Renew lip liner. It's a clear lip liner, and I'm using this so that the lip stain I'll be applying isn't going to leak onto my foundation. Then I will be applying the Nars Power Matte Lip Stain in the color Get Up Stand Up.
Lip stain is a lot thinner of a liquid than gloss is. So with lip stain, I prefer to treat it like it's a lipstick bullet, and I'll start with the edge of my lip first, following that white outline just outside of my lips. So I'll set the outline first on my upper lip, and then I'll fill in the rest, and just really paying attention to the liquid, making sure it's not falling off. With lip stain, it's really easy for it to run in a direction you don't want it to. For the lower lip, I'm doing the same thing, just making sure that I line it first, but then I'll use the upper lip to fill in the rest before I go in with one last little bit of lip stain.
And there you have it, the final look. Now, you could recreate this look with any pop of color underneath, and you don't have to go with sparkly. I just like the look of it. You know, right now it's not overly obvious that there's a shimmer on my eye, but when I move in the light, it catches all the sparkles, not just on my eyelid, but also down in the corner here with my highlighter. And it blends so nicely into my blush. Oh, I'm living for this look. You can see why I did it for my budget-friendly video. Now, I do just want to mention, this was my first time using the Dose of Colors I Love sarahii palette. And one thing I did notice was there was a lot of fallout, especially from that black glittery shade. It's very highly pigmented, but I did have to keep wiping the black from below my eye, and sometimes it would smudge, so I'd have to go in a little more aggressively to be able to get it off. Otherwise, I really love this palette. So make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Go ahead and like my video while you're at it too. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial today. Thank you so much for watching, and take it easy. What's up, guys? I'm gonna show you this look today. It's the tutorial you never knew you needed, but you're getting it anyways.